guess we can just jump in and say, officially welcome to the first episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast. I am
Yeah,
Bridget,
I'm Maddie.
and say we get into it. We've got some classic questions for today. So I think I've got everything pulled up on the Google Drive so that my screen recorder doesn't spoil potential future episodes for anyone who's watching this on YouTube instead of just streaming the audio. So we have scoured Twitter, Reddit, the internet for any kind of really stupid debates that you can just have forever where there's no right answer. So our first one is a hot dog a sandwich, a taco, or is it in its own class? What do
Well,
you got?
now this is, I feel like sandwich is a big topic, and then there are like subcategories of sandwich. I
I
see
don't
that.
get the a hot dog is a sandwich thing because a sandwich is two pieces of bread with something in the middle. Like that's just
Mm-hmm.
like that's out. That's not part of
Mm-hmm.
the debate for me. Taco I can kind of get behind. Somebody on Reddit, I don't remember whose comment it was. I can probably put a link in the description. But somebody was like, it is like a carb shell with meat inside, therefore it is an American taco.
Oh my
I don't know
goodness.
if that's right, but their line of logic makes sense to me.
I understand that, and like maybe by sandwich they mean like the bread pieces have to be separated, whereas like the taco,
Yeah, but then people do
it's
that
like
weird thing where they also like they make a PBJ by folding it over.
that's
So
fake.
maybe that makes a hot dog a sandwich.
Then that is a PB&J taco.
Oh, we're getting into some dicey territory. I like it. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. I never
I
the
I
folding
don't.
sandwich thing literally just dawned on me right now, and it's like reshaping my
But
entire
then
view of this debate.
you also have to think, then what is a wrap? Is a wrap a sandwich? Because I classify a wrap as a sandwich, but I wouldn't classify a hot dog as a sandwich. Also, you got to think about like sandwich means like multiple things happening in the innards of the bread.
Okay, but
Like
then people do weird things where they just have like a peanut butter sandwich, or like I personally think this is disgusting, but I know people do it like tomato sandwiches. It's bread and filling. Like that's how I define a
uh
sandwich.
huh.
It's two pieces of bread with filling in the middle. I don't necessarily think it has to be like more than one object is in the middle because there are many things where it's just one.
Mm-hmm. I
But
mean,
I'm so
I
interested.
don't
I've
know.
never even
Like
thought about wraps.
how many things needs to be inside for it to be a sandwich? Like
I think it's
same
one.
thing. Same thing. What would you say that for a salad though? Like just lettuce in a bowl, boom, that's a salad. Like how many things do you need inside to classify it
Mm,
as a salad?
you're not wrong. Okay, I don't think a wrap can be classified as a sandwich because it's not two pieces of bread.
See, I would classify it as a,
Really?
but not a hot dog.
Hot
Like
dog is absolutely not a sandwich. Like that's we're not like
bye.
that's not I don't know. I feel like I need to be able to justify this more, but like I don't know, maybe I can't justify it, but there's something about it that seems wrong. And like again, I'm very adamant that a sandwich is two pieces of bread. Two pieces of bread
hmm
with something in the middle. Like a pita, that's not a sandwich. That's some
Yeah.
like if it's a pita and like you have the filling in the middle, that's just something else. People usually just call it like a pita or whatever, or like a wrap.
hmm
It's not a sandwich. It has to be like two separate slices of bread with filling for it to be a sandwich. I'm so fascinated that you classify a wrap as a sandwich because I know there's so
Yeah.
many things where the filling is like the exact same, but it's just a
hmm
wrap.
But what about like when you put make a sandwich with like a hero roll or like a baguette type thing where you don't cut it all the way through? They're not separated. Is it a sandwich? So
See,
you
I've
like
never every time I've gotten like a sub, it's
mm-hmm.
always been like they always put it through like that like bread slicey thing that they have
Yeah.
in like sub shops that like really cleanly slices it in
Oh,
two.
okay.
So I've never had to like delve into such great I just hit my mic delve into such gray territory. This is so interesting.
What
I
about
don't
how do you feel about like putting things between like a bagel. Like, is that a sandwich? Like bacon, egg, and cheese?
I feel like it's kind of like the bastard sandwich. Like,
Oh
it's
my
technically in the sense that, like, because a bagel is bread, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a bagel is just bread that we've somehow decided that it's acceptable to just, like, eat with just, like, butter and stuff. But you slice it in half, and then it's 2 pieces of bread with filling. But it's weird because it's a bagel, because there's the hole in the center. So I feel like I would kind of call that, like, the bastard sandwich. Like, not quite a sandwich, but, like, the closest thing that you're gonna get without it just being bread.
Yeah. I mean, I would say it is a sandwich, like whatever you want to toss inside that bad boy. But I don't know. I'm just not hot dogs. No, that is
No, a
not a
hot dog is not
sandwich
a
to me.
sandwich. I don't know if I personally believe it's a taco, but if someone is, like, very, like, adamant that it is,
I feel like
I don't know
taco.
if I can say they're wrong,
I
like,
feel like
right out.
taco though. It doesn't refer to the shape, like or like how the bread is cut. It refers to like the whole essence. Like everything's gotta be in there. There's gotta be
Okay,
at least like
yeah.
some meat, cheese, maybe
Okay, no, you kind of
guac.
make a point,
I
because
know it's
you could,
extra.
I don't know, but, like, because I guess there are, like, similar, like, Mexican foods where you could say, like, it's like
Oh,
fajitas. They're so
oh,
similar to a taco,
oh.
but it's slightly different because you're melting the cheese on top. So maybe you can't say that a hot dog is a
I
taco.
no. This will clarify things. All right. Quesadillas, like that's like cheese and what, like chips, right? Just melted on there.
That's nachos. If you
That's
just have, like, a
nacho.
pile of
Oh
chips
wait,
and then you
quesadilla. Sorry, quesadilla is like pita and cheese,
it's like
or
it's a tortilla. But you
okay.
can do a lot with a quesadilla. Like, you can have, like, there's a very wide variety of ingredients that can go into a
Mm-hmm.
quesadilla. Like, you can get, like, you could just do, like, a cheese quesadilla, which is, like, the, kind of kids menu stuff. But then you can
But
get, like, get some spice
that's
in there and get
that's
fancy.
dependent on bread. Like you wouldn't call pizza a quesadilla because that's also cheese
No.
and bread. So I don't think sandwiches necessarily, like, or tacos in this case, it depends on the bread. It depends on like the whole thing.
Yeah, okay. Points taken. Points taken on there needing to be a certain amount of things to, like, to classify. I don't know, but then I feel like with certain, like, especially with, like, certain, like, culture specific foods,
Mm-hmm.
you get into, like, very fine lines of, like, add cheese and it becomes something different, because, like, making things like enchiladas and tacos and quesadillas, it's all such similar ingredients. It's just down to the way you prepare it and exactly
Mm-hmm.
what you add. Because if you lay out the ingredients for something like chicken enchiladas and, like, a chicken quesadilla, it all comes down to literally almost the shape of, like,
Mm.
the final product.
No, I see, and like how you cut things and everything.
You get into such dicey territory.
no,
But yeah, no.
I
Hot
see
dog is
what you
not a
mean.
sandwich, and I gotta say I have been swayed. I don't think you can call it a taco.
I
Structurally,
agree.
almost, but in essence, no.
Definitely not a sandwich. Taco, we can talk about it, but ultimately, I think I'll have to disagree with anyone who
I'm gonna
says so.
disagree. I don't think I can list out a convincing argument to prove them factually wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm gonna say I land on that one to end with. Okay, stop yelling at me, Google Drive. Next one. Is water wet? We used to fight about this when I went to summer camp when we were on the bus.
This one, like, I feel like I hear all the time, but yet it bothers me every time I hear it.
I know, because, like, at first it sounds like so stupid. You're like, is water wet? Like, yeah, of course. But then someone's like, no, 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 no. Being wet is the state of being covered in water.
Mm-hmm.
And then I
It's
actually
not the
had to start
water
thinking
that's
about semantics and, like, what
it,
that actually means when you get down to it. I'm like, oh.
it's not the water that's wet. It's the thing, like you said. Like you spill water on the table, you wouldn't say, well, you'd say the table is wet, not this water on the table is wet.
Yeah.
Like,
And also, like, then that gets
or
into
like
the, like,
if you're going swimming, you wouldn't say this water's wet. You'd say I'm wet because I'm
yeah,
in the
so are
water.
you not wet until you get out of the water
Oh.
when you swim.
That's
the one where we would like, especially again, we would fight about this on the bus home at summer camp when I was a kid.
I think you are wet if you're submerged into water.
If you're, here's my
You
thing.
wouldn't say you're dry, would you?
You wouldn't say you're dry, but you can. It's like, okay, so if like wet is the state of being covered in water when everything else around you is dry, I feel like you can say that you aren't wet until you submerge yourself and then get out.
So what are you when you're in? Are you in some weird limbo where you're not
no,
wet but not
then
dry?
You're just in the water.
Okay.
I don't know. Got my fun Halloween cup because spooky season is upon us.
Spoopy.
I haven't seen those two posts come up on any of my social media feed yet, which is just depressing because by this time in many other years, or by like August, I would have seen Spoopy and that cake where they misspell it and it says creppy.
Oh.
I haven't seen those on my social media feed once.
I've seen a few, but I feel like this whole year I haven't seen the regular posts. Like,
Halloween's gonna suck, and I'm so sad. And like, obviously, like, you know, be safe, social distance, containing coronavirus is like more important than Halloween. But it's also my favorite holiday, and I'm just I'm really selfishly sad about it.
I love Halloween.
Is the best. Here's another thing we can fight about. What's the best holiday? I say it's Halloween.
I'm with you.
You can remain anonymous.
You don't have to spend time with your family.
You don't have to see your racist relatives. You get free candy when you're a kid, and then when you're an adult, it's just an excuse to drink.
And non-coronavirus times, like, you know, any other year, parties are lit.
The parties are lit, especially when you get all the group costumes. I love Halloween. And, like, this is as a person who, like, I am the most annoying about, like, Christmas as well. Like, I get so into it, but oh my god, Halloween, it's the peak.
Chef's kiss. Also, like, the time of the year is just great. Like, I like winter. I don't mind the cold, but like fall is like nice. Like it's pretty.
You can like pull off, because then you don't have to go. Here's the thing. I love winter layering, but in fall you don't have to go insane with the layering. You can do like a nice sweater and jacket combo, and you're good. And there's something I love about that.
Agreed.
But yeah, no. Halloween is the best holiday. Anybody who wants to fight us on that, join us on the podcast. Okay, but back to the water thing. Do we have any more to say on that? Because I can go for a while.
So okay, let me just get this straight. What is your stance on that? Like, what would
water
you say?
In a vacuum, like if there's nothing but water, no. Because being wet is the state of something being covered in water. So no, water is not wet. That's what I'm going to say.
I agree. I don't think water is wet, but we are also talking about, like, if you're submerged in water, are you wet? Like, I would say yes, but I'm willing to listen to the debate on that because that's a weird one. I feel like that's a loophole.
Again, it's one of those things where it's like someone presents it to you and you're like, yeah, of course, what the hell are you talking about? But then you actually like start to think about it for more than 3 seconds and you're like,
wait a second.
Hold on, let me reevaluate my entire life. There's a lot to unpack in that one, especially in the like, are you not wet until you get out of the water? So much to think about.
I know. We may have to revisit that one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to loop back to that one. We'll see what kind of like, how long this actually starts running. Classic. What comes first, cereal or milk?
I swear, if anyone says milk,
yeah, it's cereal. And I don't even like cereal and milk because I eat too slowly and it gets soggy and disgusting. But I don't even do it, and the correct answer is still cereal.
No, my college roommate, one of my good friends, she would and we'd fight about this all the time. She argues that you put your milk in first before your cereal, and Like, no, it's incorrect.
What is that?
The only time you need to be putting cereal into your milk is when you're on your second bowl and you
Yeah.
already have milk left over and
That's
you're like,
it.
all right, let me finish this up.
And you just
End of
add a little
story.
more.
Yes.
But no, oh my god, I cannot even imagine like the like what goes on? What is the life like of somebody who
Because
just
like
regularly adds the milk first?
I mean, when you think about it, and this depends on the cereal, but if you're putting in your milk first and then the cereal on top, like you gotta like push down the cereal, make sure it gets all coated. Like, when the cereal's in first, it like
Okay,
gracefully fills up your
here's
bowl
the
and like
thing.
submerges everything.
I wouldn't do this, but I can understand the appeal of not getting all of your cereal like soaked. Again, because I
Mm-hmm.
eat really slowly and it gets soggy and disgusting to the point
Yeah.
where like I literally like almost never put like cereal and milk together. It's not a good experience. I can see why you might not want to get your cereal completely soaked in one go. However, they have those like special bowls for that where there's like a little wall and you put the
Right.
milk you put the milk in one side and the cereal in the other, and then you like take
Oh
the
my
cereal and then you
God.
like get the milk.
So
That
like a
seems ideal.
dam, like.
Yeah, that seems ideal for me because like if you're taking your time, you don't have to just like sit there and let some of it get like disgustingly soggy while some of it is
Mm-hmm.
still like crunchy and nice.
Yeah. I could understand why you would if that's your rationale, but like just the idea of putting in the milk first
But
is
like
it's
again, if
just
you're like making a whole like if you're making a bowl of everything, you like and also like I feel like that's going to cause problems. Like what if you add too much milk and then it
and then
spills
you're
over
eating
because
all
you
this
add the
cereal.
cereal?
Mhm.
And not
Like
even
the
in just like
cereal is
an
the good way to portion it out.
exactly, and
Like
I'm not even like not even in just like getting the ratio right type way. Like what if you add too
mhm.
much milk and in order to add the correct amount of cereal, it spills over? Like I feel like
Mhm.
that's just asking for trouble.
Agreed.
I don't know. I what was her defense? Like what did she say?
She just I don't know, she just wanted to put the milk in first. I'd watch her do it like fairly often and just shake my head in disgust. Like
So there was no so she didn't have any like reason or motivation. She just
I
had the
feel like
conviction that
maybe
this was the correct way to do things.
yes, maybe she was taught that way
Okay, that
incorrectly.
I can kind of that's the thing. Being
I'm
taught
not sure,
incorrectly,
but that
it
could have been why.
you can still be wrong, but it can be not your fault.
Mhm.
Which there are some people in my family who have been taught wrong and they still think
Yes.
on various fronts and they still think
Beyond
they're
cereal.
right. Beyond cereal, in the realms of toilet paper and how to tie your shoes.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
speaking of which, toilet paper,
It
that
goes over.
yes.
It goes like that is what it says on the patent for toilet
I
paper. It goes
I will
over.
go as far as if I see it under, I will fix
No,
it.
same.
Like,
So will I. And everyone else in my
even if it's
family.
not my house, like I have been in friends' house. Oh, they did their
They
toilet
did it
paper
wrong.
wrong. Let me go fix it for them.
Yep. Yep. Everyone in my family. Actually, okay, I really don't think my dad has an opinion because he's an unbothered king. But my mom and my sister, they insist that it goes under. And I was yelling
And
at
you
my
have to
mom.
live with that?
I have to live with it, and I fix it all the time. And they always put it back. But I was talking to my mom about this the other day. I was like, "Why do you do this?" Like, it literally says on the patent for toilet paper that it goes. Like, I can pull this up. I can put a link in the description. I
Mm-hmm.
can prove it. But I was like, "Why do you put it facing
Under.
under? If like that's what she's like, oh well." And she was like saying all this stuff about like how that's how she's always done it. I'm like, okay, fine. Like you were taught wrong. And she's like, oh well, I'm right, and you just need to be like right wrong or something like that. I was like, what are you talking about?
You need to get like two toilet papers in your bathroom,
I
like
know.
one under, one over, so
The
everyone in your
correct
house.
one. Yeah,
um,
I don't get
no, because when you think about it, if it goes under, like, not saying the wall behind it is gross, but like, what if it is? Like,
it. The
you want it
only time it's
touching the
acceptable is if
wall?
you have cats. Because
Oh,
sometimes if you have cats, they'll do the thing where they pull
yeah.
it. Only time it's acceptable to do it.
But I feel like they'll do that if it's under as well.
It makes it slightly harder.
I used to have two cats when I was in college. They never did that, but my roommate, She'd let it go onto the floor. Different roommate,
Why?
not the serial roommate. Yo, oh, that was such a pet peeve of ours. It would like be cascading onto the floor for miles, and it wasn't the cats. It was our roommate.
How does that even happen?
Bro, I have no idea.
That's strange. That's really, like, why? Oh my god.
I don't know,
In
but
what universe would you think that's okay?
I don't know. Like,
no offense to this person, I'm sure they're lovely, but like,
oh, they are, but like that was just a pet
an
peeve
odd
we would
quirk.
have.
Oh my god.
But yeah, she would put it under sometimes. I don't think she cared necessarily which way it went, but I'm all for over.
Yeah, no, I have strong opinions. I will allow people to not have strong opinions. I'm not going to fault you if you don't, but if you are of the very strong conviction that it goes under, you are wrong.
Agreed. And I will go as far to fix it for you.
Oh yeah, no, I'll fix it.
You're
I
welcome.
Fix it in my house, I fix it at other people's houses, and everyone at my house always, actually, again, probably not my dad because he doesn't care, but my mom and my sister always fix it back the wrong way, and it's infuriating.
It's like toilet paper wars at your house.
Oh my god, yeah, it's just like guerrilla warfare, but with toilet paper. And the other one that I always get made fun of for doing it, even though it's the right way, is how I tie my shoes. I do like
Which one?
Like the bunny ears.
Oh.
Whoa. No. No.
I'm sorry, Bridget, but
you do that.
That's incorrect.
You, like, take the loop around.
Yeah, around the tree or whatever the hell.
I hate it.
Bunny ear, I feel like it comes out so uneven, and it takes longer to make two loops, like just like whoo around the hole and through there.
It makes absolutely no sense to me. Everyone in my family ties their shoes like that, and I don't get it. I think I probably picked it up from my. Actually, no. I have absolutely no idea where I picked it up, because I was about to say that I picked it up from my neighbor across the street that I used to hang out with all the time when I was like a little kid.
Yeah, all the kids are tying their shoes this way.
But then I remembered that she and I were like the only two people in our two families that would tie their shoes that way. So we have no idea where we learned it.
I guess every family needs a black sheep. You're the black sheep of tying shoes.
It's so much quicker. I don't
think so.
Is so like confusing.
No, it's not confusing.
Yes, it is.
Like it's just you go around the one loop and through the hole. And that way I feel like you can control like the loop sizes once you pull through to make sure they're even. Like when you do the bunny ears, like you never know what you're gonna get.
Interesting. Okay. I'll have to actually learn the other method of tying my shoes.
You know what?
At
today I'm gonna try lacing your shoes your way, and I'll send you my results. Like I'll tell you how I felt during the experience, the highs and lows.
I'm interested to hear. I'll actually have to like learn the other way of tying my shoes at 22 years old.
Maybe I'll do one shoe my way and one shoe your way, and I'll send you the results. Which one looks better? Which one feels tighter?
That seems fair. Also, what is it with white dads and like tying their shoelaces like as tight as humanly possible? Is this an all white dad type thing?
Cutting off your circulation.
Yeah. Oh my god, I don't know what it is, but like he like pulls them so tight and then double knots them. I'm like, sir, they're not going anywhere.
Well, if he does the one loop and around, they're definitely not going anywhere, because that's a surefire way to make sure they're secure.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Question related to shoes. Which shoe do you put on first?
Usually the right.
Me too. I feel like that's like your dominant side. Like, yeah, because are you a righty? Yeah, me too.
We'd have to like find a left-handed person and ask them. But
I know.
I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, especially not anybody who would like immediately respond to a text right now.
Mhm.
We'll have to come back to that.
Mhm. Okay. But yeah, I do right side first.
Yeah, that seems, but like that doesn't feel like something I would like be like mad at someone about. They're like, oh, why didn't I put my left shoe on first? I'd be like, yeah.
I'm just curious, like what people's preferences and thoughts on that are.
Let's see what else I've got highlighted on our handy dandy Google Doc. Oh, speaking of socks and shoes, here's one. Are you naked if you're wearing socks?
No. Because you're wearing socks.
No, I mean, like, that's the thing. But I mean, yeah, you do have clothes on, but I feel like if you were just standing there in nothing but socks, you would feel
Yeah, I
very
mean, like,
naked.
are definitely very naked, but you're not completely naked because you're not wearing, because you're wearing socks.
Yeah, okay, point taken. I feel like that must be such a weird sensation to be
I
wearing
feel like
nothing but
that's like,
socks.
I feel like that's a loophole. Like, yeah, I'm not technically naked, but you can see
No,
everything except
officer.
my ankles.
Or what's that thing where it's like if you gotta kiss the homies goodnight, but you gotta keep your socks on because it's not gay.
Oh.
I just keep seeing that on TikTok, jokes about
I've
like
seen
keeping
that.
your socks on.
Keeping your socks on during sex.
Curse. There. Supposedly that's like better though. There was some
That's
study.
just weird to
No,
me.
I swear, I'll find it and put it in the description. But there was some study like because then your body doesn't have to worry about like maintaining circulation to your extremities to keep them warm.
Really?
I don't know.
I've never heard of that.
I don't know if it was like a study proving this, but they like found like they accidentally stumbled on a correlation because like the lab they were working was like kind of cold or something. I don't know. I'd have to go digging for it again, but I feel like that was something I definitely heard.
I'm just imagining like that becoming mainstream and then everyone doing that, and then like in movies you see the sex scenes and they just got on these socks.
I do love the tweet though. Have you played Untitled Goose Game?
Oh,
or have you
why
heard of it?
that brought back like a memory I thought I suppressed.
And then there's a tweet. Yeah. It's like the Untitled Goose Game socks stay on during sex. Like, okay.
Wow.
A little cursed, but interesting. But yeah, no. I feel like you are technically not naked while you're wearing socks. You are just extremely exposed and would probably feel mostly naked if you were just wearing socks.
Like I think you could get away with saying like, yeah, you're naked, but if we're being technical about things, like,
but that sounds
no.
like that. I feel like this is something that like somebody who is like streaking across the college campus would say because they're technically wearing socks and shoes.
Oh my god. I mean,
I feel like that has to be a thing that has happened.
I can see that being, your points of defense. Like, well, I had socks and shoes
like,
on.
Especially like I feel like maybe like 1 or 2 decades ago when like people would actively try to do that at like massive televised events.
Yeah.
That has.
Interesting.
I feel like that has to have happened. There's no way we've gotten through this much of human history without somebody trying to use that exact defense.
Maybe there's a definition for naked. Like you have to have like your like I don't know genitalia uncovered.
Yeah,
like is that
at
like
what
yeah?
point do you become naked?
The process of becoming naked. Stripping.
Well, because like if you're just like if a guy's just wearing underwear.
You're not naked.
You're not naked, but but if a girl's just wearing underwear, not a bra, then
I feel like you're also
thing.
no. Then you're topless.
Then you are topless, but
yeah,
then
but
the
like
whole thing, which obviously we can't get into like every issue with society and gender disparity right now, but like if a guy's wearing underwear, you don't say a guy's topless either.
I know. Well, I think then it becomes like what's deemed appropriate in American society. Like, also, what can you go out in public wearing?
Yeah, okay, yeah, one second. Also, small thing I'm noticing, why do we refer to guys as being shirtless but women being topless?
Ooh. Shirtless. Topless.
Shirtless versus topless. Because they mean the same thing.
I know.
Pretty much. Huh. I never noticed that. That literally just dawned on me right now.
Shirtless and topless. I have never thought about that either.
Huh.
But somehow it angers me. Like, why is there a difference?
Yeah, why is there a difference? There doesn't need to be. Fun things about contemporary society.
I know. I feel like I like saying shirtless better. Like a top. I never call it a top. I say a shirt.
Okay, I call it a top if it's something other than a t-shirt.
Really?
I'll be like, are you even a human female or anyone who identifies as a woman if you haven't said, oh, I'm wearing jeans and a nice top?
Yo, true. Or like leggings and a nice top.
Yeah. Are you really a human who identifies as
That's
a woman or who presents as female if you haven't
that's
said that?
that's the only time I think I say top, because even if it's like a tank top, I feel like I say shirt, or like short sleeve shirt, a
Yeah.
sleeveless shirt. I don't know. And then
I
you
say
would say
tank
a
top.
tube top. Oh my god, so many
Sometimes I just say tank though.
classifications. Although I will say, I say pants for everything, because I know some people, if they're wearing jeans, they say, "Oh, I'm wearing jeans," but I'll say I'm wearing pants, but they're jeans, because
I mean, I could
jeans
call
are
them
like a
jeans, but that's like pretty much the only thing I wear. Like the only time I wear anything that you would ever consider like dress pants is like I've worn them for like the occasional job interview, but like
like two I've had in my life.
yeah, really. All the ones I'm not getting now because of quarantine.
True. Although I did have a job interview over Zoom a few weeks ago, and you best believe I wore my blazer, my nice top, and pajama pants.
Love to see it, love to hear it. Yeah, I thought
um,
I was gonna have a job interview today, but then they didn't email me. So
oh,
we're gonna see how
I've
that
been
pans
ghosted
out.
left and right for like months.
It's infuriating, is what it
Like I
is.
don't exist.
Okay,
Oh,
back on
wait.
track.
Speaking of pants, and more specifically jeans,
Okay.
jeggings, would you deem them more as jeans or leggings?
See, I would say they're leggings because they're not denim.
Aren't they denim though? They're like really stretchy denim.
What?
See, I
What
would
is
say that
denim technically? Let's ask the internet.
I feel the material, or how it's like washed.
No, it's definitely not the wash because you can have like
Yeah.
different.
Well, like how it's like dyed, I mean, like that
Maybe.
wash. Like it I think it has to do
What
more with
makes
the
something
material.
legally denim?
You know how on the internet there's like everything denim, like denim underwear? Like you see
Fake
this joke.
underwear. I miss that meme. I miss it so much. I wish that was
Underwear.
like, cause like people still say it, but people don't
Uh-huh.
post about it as much anymore. And I really wish they did, cause it was so entertaining.
I know. That was like peak internet
Okay,
comedy.
denim is a sturdy cotton warp-faced textile. Oh, now they're using like actual like.
But like that means like the material.
This is using words I don't understand. Like actual like sewing and like
We need like
seam street
jeans for dummies. We
for
just
dummies.
want to
But like
know.
they're saying like in which the because I'm not like a seamstress. I don't know what these things mean, but they're calling it
Hmm.
like a like in which something passes under two or more warp threads.
I get that's referring, I think, to like the material, like how, when you
Like
look
how
at
it's
a
woven together.
fabric, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like the textile.
So then I but then I so I don't think jeggings are usually like if it's like jeggings, not just like a slightly like stretchy like denim with like some elastic in there. If it's
Hmm.
like jeggings, like it's complete like fake, doesn't even have pockets.
Hmm. I mean,
Those are not jeans. They are not denim.
the
They are just
material,
fabric
but
that looks
sometimes
like
they
denim.
make jeans without pockets though, or like sewn in pockets, which is like evil, but like they still
Yeah,
do
that's
it.
BS. But yes, it
Um,
does exist.
but like, and I know there's a difference between like stretchy, like skinny jeans and jeggings. Like those are all different things. But I would still say the material of jeggings is too different from your average legging to be classified as leggings. Like I think.
But then if you compare that to like not like any kind of like American Eagle, like slightly like they kind of make them for like comfort. Like if you're comparing that to
Mhm.
like work Levi's,
Mhm.
that is also very different.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Maybe they just are in their own class.
They're with hot dogs. There's
Yeah,
hot
they're with
dogs
hot
and
dogs.
jeggings.
New album drops this fall. Hot dogs and jeggings.
Jeggings. God.
That's a solid album title, honestly. I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind just in case I suddenly develop musical talent. Alright, what else we got? I'll keep my denim tab open to do later research because now I'm invested.
Further investigation.
we can come back to that one someday if we ever reach a conclusion. Which is better, showering in the morning or showering at night?
Nighttime. Wash
Disgusting.
away all my sins of the day.
Disgusting.
What?
I refuse to leave the house until I have showered.
What? Oh, I'm so confused.
I feel so nasty when I wake up. I'm not just gonna put
Yeah,
on
because you went to bed dirty. Like,
I'm not gonna leave the house like that.
No, if you go to bed, if you take a shower at night, like, you wash off all your dirt for the day and you wake up fresh, unless like you're sweating like a monster for some reason. Which, I mean, that does happen, and there are times where, especially in this Geneseo.
Oh God, that was always the worst week of the year where you were just sitting there with no air conditioning.
I remember once I just woke up, no alarm, just like eyes bolted right open in a pool of my own sweat. And I also had no comforters on. I was like,
I fell asleep, and you never saw my dorm either freshman or sophomore year before I got bullied out of using this comforter anymore, but I had a Beatles yellow submarine comforter that was probably intended for like a 7-year-old child, but my friend bought it for me as a joke for a graduation gift. But I remember I was sleeping on top of that, and I'm usually, I have to sleep with socks because my tootsies get cold, which could be a whole separate debate. I know there are some people who are so against it.
So, you were not naked.
So I was not naked, no. But I know there are some people who are so against sleeping with socks, but I get chilly. But I distinctly remember freshman year sleeping on top of my yellow submarine comforter, tank top, tiniest pajama shorts possible, no socks, and just waking up and you could see just an aura of damp on the comforter. It was
oh
disgusting.
My God, this is hell.
It was so hot, and we were in Niagara, which was just such a cursed place.
It looks, for those of you who don't know Geneseo, which I assume is mostly
audience.
all of you, it's a state school in New York, and Bridget's dorm, her freshman dorm in Niagara, literally it looked like a child's playroom. There were all these colorful walls that just creeped me out. It did not look like it was intended for college age students. I thought I was walking into preschool every time I visited that dorm.
There's something about the aura of that building that just makes people behave in extremely cursed ways. I don't know what it is, but oh my God, I remember one time we thought one of the RAs was attractive. So instead of doing the normal thing and just being kind of flirty, we left a vaguely threatening and sexual note taped to a box of minute rice in one of the common rooms for him to find.
Oh my goodness.
And then never followed up. And I don't...
That's how flirting's done.
That memory hit me like a truck a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, what was the thought process there?
What were we trying to accomplish?
Yeah, what did we think we would accomplish? I could not tell you what we thought we were doing, but we thought it was something.
Wow.
So strange. Yeah, that was such a weird building.
I was in the building across from you, Dirty Daga, and
ooh.
I felt the chaotic Niagara energy.
Daga had its own form.
We had our own issues. We were fighting separate battles, part of the same war.
I remember when I was a freshman, there was an epidemic of people shitting in the showers. And
also then throwing it at the mirrors.
Oh my God!
Hence the name Dirty Daga.
I thought it was just from that one thing.
No. I've seen some shit, literally.
Yeah, Did you ever meet Marin Sardi? Doesn't matter. She lived in Daga when I was she was a freshman, or she was maybe a year younger than me. No, she had to have been a freshman because I was still on Southside. But she said she tried to go into a common room in Daga, and she turned on the lights, and there was somebody getting a blowjob.
Oh.
Just like the door wasn't even closed.
Oh wow. Well,
And like
thankfully,
those common rooms have glass walls too.
I must have missed that. So.
Yeah, really. But like, what?
Ew.
That's disgusting.
Um. Anyway, getting back to the showering of, we went off on like several
Yeah, no, that's.
tangents.
I'm trying to even track how we got here, but it's just head empty.
I
Anyway, yeah, showering at night versus showering in the morning.
I'm all for the night because like you wake up fresh after you showered, being like unless you're sweating, like I said earlier, like you're fresh for the day, and then you can. I'm acting like you go out and play in mud every day, but you could go out and like get dirty, and then at the end of the day, what you have to look forward to? Ooh, another shower.
Okay, here's the thing. I get that, but like, and especially because my hair is so short that like,
Mhm.
if I don't wash it at the beginning of the day, it is distinctly evident that
Mhm.
that is happening. So I feel like I have like I kind of also just like I did bring this on myself technically by getting a pixie cut. I feel like I have to be a morning shower person.
See, actually, I understand that because my mom has short hair, and I feel like that's a tendency for people with shorter hair,
And
that
also
want
like
to shower and wash it in the morning.
when I sleep usually it'll get like really screwed up by the pillow, so I just like wake up
Mhm.
with it like all over the place. And like not that that doesn't happen at all when you have long hair, but I feel like there are so many more things you can do to fix that, like you just brush it
Mhm.
out or like you straighten it or
Yeah.
whatever. There's not a lot of options here other than just getting it wet and hoping
Mhm.
for the best.
No, I understand that, and I know that also comes into play like what hair type you have.
Yeah.
Like people with like waves or curls. I know it's more work. Obviously, you don't
Yeah.
just wake up with straight hair, so
Yeah. Because my sister
maintenance.
keeps her hair pretty long, and it's like not. She doesn't have like super thick hair, but she has it like pretty decently curly, especially since she stopped like heat styling it like a while ago.
Mhm.
And I've noticed that like her kind of MO tends to be like on like wash days, she leaves it down and then she sleeps on it, but then she'll like put it up.
Mhm. She'll put it up like for the day.
Yeah, usually. And she's also
See,
just like
yeah,
she's good at
I,
doing styles anyway, so like
I sleep with my hair down always, and that could be another topic for debate. Just, I don't know, that's my personal preference.
oh, when I had
But
long hair, I never slept with it up. That was
I,
like, cause
I
like
don't know how my sisters do that. I don't know how they do.
but
That's
then
like
you can't like
annoying to
sleep on the back
me.
of your head.
I
Like
Yeah, I
I could
sleep on my back, like so I can't have anything going on back there.
I am one of those people that like kind of like I like roll around a lot. I will like wake up in like the complete
Wake
opposite.
up on the floor.
That has happened a couple times when I was younger. But like I'll just like wake up in like whole different side of the bed and angle and like how did I get here? Who knows? But like whenever I had long hair, I could never sleep with it up cuz like, you know, you might roll on cuz I'm generally a side sleeper, but you might roll around and then you wake up and you just got this ponytail thing just like digging into the
Mhm.
back of your skull.
And also it
No
causes
thank
like
you.
creases too,
Yeah,
like
isn't it supposed to be bad for your hair? Like unless you're putting it up in like
silk. Like I
well
know
that I
silk
know that's
wraps are good to do,
well
but
yeah,
like
cuz like that's something that people who have like what do they call it? Like the 3 to 4 like on the chart of like hair textures.
I mean that's actually good for like any hair type, like sleeping on silk. Like that's why people have silk pillows sometimes.
Huh, maybe I should look into that. But
Yeah.
I know like people who wear like bonnets for their hair, it's usually like
Mm-hmm.
silk or like I know some people also put it up
Mm-hmm.
in like because I'm a bit and also big Broadway nerd. I know that's the thing that people do to put it under wigs instead of just putting it in like a bun like really tight is they put it in like pin curls
Mm-hmm.
that are like they kind of like lay flat. So I know that's fine and like putting it up in like a bonnet or in like a silk wrap. And I think maybe some kind of braids are like okay because it's like distributing the tension instead of just like
Yeah.
yanking it all back into a ponytail. But I'm not sure because I haven't had long hair in a very long time.
Yeah. I just know for my hair, like I could see why someone might want to sleep in it have it in a loose bun, but I have very straight hair. Like I don't straighten this at all.
Oh my God,
So
I killed for that. Me too. Sixth grade.
thanks. It gets boring. It doesn't curl easily. But anyway,
That's always the thing I noticed.
like I don't like to cause creases, so that's why I just sleep with it down.
Yeah. I don't know. I can see how people like, especially if people have like real like, not like the like coily type of curls, but if people have like really really thick like waves or like loose curls, like I can see how you would kind of just want that like out of your face or like
Mhm.
to be in a more manageable or I don't know, just to be like
Out of the way.
yeah.
Yeah,
I can
I
see
get
how that
that.
would be a thing. But I don't know. I don't know. I say as though I have any stake in this.
Since we're talking about sleep, and since you mentioned this, sleeping with socks.
Yeah, my toes get cold.
See, actually, I understand both sides of this argument because I used to always sleep with socks.
I mean, I
But
don't in
then
like the summer
I would have to.
if it's like if it's like nice out and the windows are open.
Hmm.
Like if it's not like freezing.
But now I can't anymore because they always fall off when I wake up.
Oh, that's
Wake up
why
with
I put on
one.
like I don't put on like sneaker socks usually.
Uh-huh.
Like I put on my tall, thick, fuzzy boys. Like crew
Oh.
sock. Like actually like I have a ridiculous sock collection, but I'll put on like some thick boys like this.
Oh, okay. So those aren't coming off.
Yeah, no, those aren't going anywhere. 'Cause
No,
again, I get cold.
I like my feet to be free at night now.
Yeah.
And although I don't like my feet getting cold, like I have to have them covered.
Oh yeah, no. If you can
Like,
unless it's like again, unless it's like summer and you just want like a little bit of blanket just like over your legs.
mhm.
If you sleep with your feet out of the blanket, you are going to die.
Yeah, demons gotta come
Yeah,
get you.
that's how the monsters get you. You want to die.
Like,
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, I just saw the cutest little dog out my window.
Oh, cute.
Oh, I wish it was easier to get my dog on camera, but now that I have an actual webcam and I have a like computer that isn't sitting on like a box on my floor, she will not be visible. And also, she's not technically allowed upstairs because she sheds everywhere.
Ooh.
But yeah, what a good boy. But yeah, no. The sock thing. Summer, no. If you are sleeping with socks in summer, it's honestly kind of weird.
Yeah.
Unless you have the AC like cranked, then I'll allow it. I have specific opinions about when it's okay. It's not an always deal for me.
Yeah, I never sleep with socks anymore. I used to always. I really did a 180, like always socks to no socks. So I can play devil's advocate on that one because I've been there. I lived that
I
life
feel like
both
it's just so
times.
much more convenient than having to like, especially like if the kind of amount of blankets on the rest of your body is like fine, then you gotta like put the extra folded blanket at the bottom of your bed and it might fall off.
Hmm.
Like I feel like the socks, it's so much easier. There's so much less going on. There's so many
Less
fewer eventually.
hassle.
Yeah, it's less hassle, fewer potential things to have to deal with, like if you gotta fold the blanket a certain way to make sure it's not like coming too far up on the rest of you, but it won't fall off the bed.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh.
That one I'm open to hearing different opinions on.
Since we're shifting gears a little and we're talking about sleep, I'm looking at your bed and I see many, many pillows, and I'm looking at mine and I see one pillow.
I do
So,
sleep with one pillow,
okay, that was my question.
but um I like the way it looks and also
It does look nice.
the the comforter set that I bought came with a bunch of like different pillowcases. So I was like,
Hmm.
well, I might as well use them. Might as well make it nice. And I get to show off all my fun little animals and stuff.
Nice. Yeah, I feel like it depends what room I'm in too. Like this is my room back home where I don't have a lot of space and I have a small bed, so I don't really feel the
Yeah, I
need
had like
to.
in my house in Geneseo, I had like 3 pillows. Cause I had a
Yeah.
smaller bed there too. Like I had like a twin size, and the like comforter set that I bought, it had like
Sweet.
I had like my sheets, I had the comforter, and it came with like one like matching like decorative pillow. So I had the pillow that I slept with, the like nice decorative one, and then like one throw pillow that I would just like toss on during the day to
See,
make it look nice.
I always sleep with one pillow, and I like it to be thin because I just don't like big fluffy pillows.
I
But
used to be a 2-pillow gal.
ooh,
But I have
you made the
since changed.
switch. But
because I got like a nice because I feel like the ones that I had, they were like really thin, so I would stack them. But then I got like a nice like memory
thick
foam
boy
pillow. Like I got a
those
thick
are
boy.
nice.
And I was like, oh, this is so much better.
No, but when I was living in Geneseo, I never was the owner of a headboard, so I used pillows to act as my headboard. So that's different. Like I was like making use, like it was for a different purpose. Like I didn't sleep with it, I slept by it.
And also when I was like in the dorms, I had like one of those like what do they call them, like the husband pillows where it looks like a little chair thing.
Oh,
I had one of those that I used as like a headboard because like the way the beds are set up, like the mattress can't be like flush against the wall so that your pillow doesn't slip down into a little crack. So that's what I would use that for.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know sometimes people would also use those along like their bedside, like those super long ones. If you sleep
on that, you're a psychopath.
I've never heard of people sleep. It didn't even cross my mind. I didn't think people did that.
Like if that's like included in your like lineup of pillows that you keep on your bed to sleep with, you're nuts. We are not friends. Period. I can't even imagine what that would be like, but I'm sure there's someone who does. There's got to be people out there that do it, right?
I'm sure.
It's a big planet. Oh my god, everyone's walking their dogs today.
Like raining near me.
Supposedly we're gonna get that tonight. Anything else we want to cover? Or should we say that we did it? We've pulled off a podcast.
I think we did it.
I think we did it. Okay, well, we're gonna wrap that up. You can follow us both on Twitter at Bridget Kelly 98 and
sorry, you said Twitter. Sorry.
No, I'll include the links to both of our channels on the YouTube description for this.
Yeah, sorry. It's MR5 MAR because I'm very creative.
Love that. And if anyone who's listening has any debate ideas that they would like to see on the podcast, whether it's a popular one or just something that you and your friends fight about all the time, let us know, comment, tweet at us, and we will be back next week.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.